I'm Elizabeth Shanahan-Jewett. Welcome to Local Matters. While Ireland is an island of only about 5 million people, it is not blarney that an estimated 70 million people around the world claim Irish heritage or ancestry. If you are lucky enough to be Irish, join professional genealogist Michael Brophy at the Plymouth Public Library on March 22nd for Shamrocks in Cyberspace, a digital Irish genealogy workshop. In this virtual presentation, Mr. Brophy will talk about the unique challenges presented in researching Irish genealogy and talk about methodologies you can use to successfully research your Irish family tree, or shamrock. If he looks familiar to you, it might be because you have seen him on the popular NBC program, Who Do You Think You Are? Michael Brophy is based in Abington, Massachusetts, and offers lectures on a wide variety of genealogical subjects. For more information and to register, visit the Plymouth Public Library website. The mission of the Kingston Parks and Recreation Department is to build and enrich the community by working together. Each year, it manages town parks, properties, buildings, and facilities, and implements hundreds of programs serving the people of Kingston. Julie Thompson spoke to director Susan Woodworth about ongoing programs and projects and what is new and next for Kingston Rec.
I'm so pleased to welcome today Kingston's Recreation Department Director, Sue Woodworth. Welcome, Sue. So much to talk about today.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. How long have you been the director of the Recreation Department in Kingston?
I am in my 23rd year.
Wow, so you've seen a lot of changes over those years. And how did the last
Definitely.
2 years of COVID affect recreation?
It changed. There was a lot of change, a little bit of a slowdown in the beginning, but really not so much. I think a lot of people just really need that kind of energy and that atmosphere with a lot of different things going on. So we were fortunate enough not to have to shut down 100% for a long period of time, and we were able to offer our community quite a few opportunities to get out and be together in safe ways, and it was exciting. Definitely a different way of doing things, but it was great for our community.
Yeah, good for you that you kept it going. Now, if you look at your website, it's incredible to me how many programs are offered. You sort activities by age group or by subject matter. You include such things as outdoor adventures, fishing and boating programs, an April school vacation program, homework, Minecraft and technology clubs, babysitting training, yoga, line dancing, Pilates, pickleball, just to name a few. How do you come up with all these activities and determine when and where you're going to offer them?
A lot of it comes from our community. We really believe in our mission is really just working together collaboratively. So a lot of it does come from our community. They'll reach out to us and ask us for different things, and we research and try to get as much information as we can. So it's really community driven. And I think the great thing too about us and a lot of recreation departments is I think a lot of people assume that it's kids programs only, but we do quite a bit for adult and multi-generational. So that's exciting as well, that we really get to provide a lot of opportunities for so many people in our community.
Now, is it only Kingston residents that can partake in these activities that you put on?
No, we do offer for non-residents as well. So we do, however, let Kingston residents register first. So the first week is usually open to Kingston residents first. And then after that, non-residents can participate as well, as long as it's not full. The only program that we don't allow that is our summer program, just because it is so popular, and some of the money from the town's operating budget also goes towards that program. So we do have that for Kingston residents only.
Perfect. Now, one of the most beautiful places in Kingston, obviously, is Grays Beach. It's a hugely popular place for people to gather and do so many things. Tell me about what involvement you have, the Recreation Department has in Grays Beach itself.
Sure. So pretty much 100% involvement. We oversee that particular property. We oversee quite a few properties in town, but Grays Beach Park is one that we're also very proud of. There's seen a lot of changes in the last 5 to 7 years there. We did a huge renovation a few years back, which allowed us to have more opportunities again for the community. A stage was installed, a small boardwalk area, a new restroom building. And it's just a place that it's a park and a beach where you don't see it a lot. So there are so many things that people can do when they come to this property.
And obviously, one of the big initiatives on your plate is the to kind of repair or almost replace the playground. So, talk to me about the current condition of the playground and what is planned, and what are your plans going forward for it?
Sure. So the playground is almost 18 years old. It was built that length of time ago, and it was a community build at the time. When that was allowed to happen a little bit more. But it really was spearheaded again by members of our community that raised over $50,000 at that time to help us build this particular playground. And with any playground and any piece of equipment, the wear and tear and the excessive use after a while, you need to replace it, unfortunately. So we are at that point in the life of this particular playground being almost 18 years old. It's seen excessive use. We're close to a beach area, so that provides just more rust opportunities there. We have replaced some things along the way over the years. We continually do maintenance every single year. But we are at the point where we're starting to have to take parts off. We had to remove some of our monkey bar system. We have some problems with the surface area that needs to be addressed. So it is at that time. We do a inspection every single year, and this year we did a full audit as well, which is a little bit more involved. And we are at that time where we do need to, unfortunately, kind of rebuild it as opposed to continuously piecemealing parts together.
And I looked at the, you have a PowerPoint presentation that talks all about what you're planning on doing with the playground, what you're planning to replace it with. And it comes with a price tag of about $560,000 in total. And if you look at other towns that have spent money on playgrounds, it is certainly not the most expensive. It's right in line with what they cost now. So talk about the funding mechanism to do this, besides town meeting.
Sure. So really, we're looking at a different structure. We kind of priced out the same type of structure we have now, which is called the post or deck and clamp system. So there's a lot of different deckings. So there's a lot of posts to install. There's also a lot of opportunities for rust. So this new system is called GFRC, which is basically a reinforced fiber concrete. So you can bring in bigger structures that are created ahead of time, and then you install them on concrete pads. So the install is a little less expensive than the standard other equipment. However, there's less expensive because we're not doing all of those individual holes for all of those posts and things of that nature. And there's less opportunity for rust being right near the ocean. So it seemed like the good way to go for us. The other thing is that a lot of playgrounds now are looking at what they call a universal design. A lot of playgrounds in the past had different units, say for the 2 to 5 age group and then the 5 to 12, which has been great. However, it does provide a challenge for some families who have little ones and then maybe ones that are a little older. Where do I go and which child am I with? So the universal design provides more of an open format, open space plan for people to play more together. And the same thing for some compliance to support some accessibility issues. It just provides more opportunities for families, adults, grandparents to kind of be in there and play with the kids as well. So that's the design we're headed in. We will be looking at some poured in place material, which is the rubber type of material on parts of that to allow for that accessibility. Mm-hmm. And that cost that you had mentioned includes the equipment install. We do need to do some engineering and drainage issues there. We've got some drainage stuff happening. So it does provide that opportunity to do that. And we are excited and we understand that it's a lot of money. So one of the other things we've been doing is we're trying to come up with other ways that we might be able to find funds. So one of them is through our Community Preservation Committee. Mm-hmm. That will be the main funding source. But I am also looking at grant opportunities, and we're also looking at sponsorship opportunities for corporations. So some of our commissioners are putting a sponsorship package together for businesses and corporations. And we do have the opportunity for the community just to make individual donations on our website as well. So again, we realize that it's expensive and we're not just looking at one opportunity of funding, and we're also being very proactive to see what we can do to help support this event as well.
So since this playground will have some ADA compliance to it, there may be some funding available through those grants also. It's something you're going to be looking into, right?
Correct. There is a municipal ADA grant opportunity. Some of the challenges with the grants are that they don't fall in line with some of the annual town meetings that some communities have. For example, one grant is called the Park Grant. That's a May-June application timeframe, and the ADA one is an October one. So again, yes, we will definitely be looking at those and seeing if there's opportunities for us to get other funding sources.
And you're looking for the May town meeting to approve these funds for this year, correct?
Correct.
And if that
Yes.
happens, when will this project be ready to go?
Well, we will start right away. We will be ready. We will start with the bidding process and moving forward. We are working with a designer who's on a state vendor list, so that provides an opportunity for us to move a little bit faster. Part of it will just depend on the equipment. As we know, there are some challenges right now with equipment being available and timelines, but we would like to get it started pretty much right away. And with some of these grants, we only have 1 year, so our anticipation is I would love to have it started and completed in the fall of 2022 if we are able to move forward.
Great. Okay. Best of luck with that. Okay, Sue, thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much.
And we will make sure people look at your website and your Facebook page because there's so much information about what you do. And thank you for doing what you do at the Rec Department.
Thank you very much. And same to all of you. We appreciate everything that you do for our community as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. For more information on the Kingston Parks and Recreation Department, visit their website, kingstonrec.com, or find the department on Facebook. Dorothy May Bradford was born in England to a wealthy family and had what seemed to be a privileged and uneventful life ahead of her. That changed in 1620 when she joined her husband William on the voyage from Leyden, England to what is now known as Plymouth, Massachusetts, although Dorothy never made it here. She survived the transatlantic crossing, but tragically drowned in the freezing water of Provincetown's harbor when she slipped from the deck of the Mayflower in December of 1620. For centuries, there have been stories, articles, and depictions of Dorothy's death which have been speculative and sensationalized, which begs the question, have these portrayals altered our view of actual history? On March 24th, the Pilgrim Hall Museum, together with the Plymouth Antiquarian Society, invites you to the free virtual program, Fact and Myth, Dorothy May Bradford Remembered. Featuring presentations from Dr. Kari Miller and Dr. Stacy Deering, this program will explore the impact of literature and film on our understanding of 17th century women's history and introduce themes to be explored in Pilgrim Hall Museum's upcoming exhibition, Real/Mythic, revisiting early Plymouth from Mayflower to the first Thanksgiving. There will be a question and answer session after the program. To register, visit the Plymouth Antiquarian Society's Facebook page. Whether you are married, single, have children, a large fortune, or a nominal amount of assets, estate planning is important for everyone. On March 28th, the Kingston Public Library invites you to Wills, Trusts, and Estate Planning, a free program presented at the Adams Center by Kingston resident and tax attorney Sean Hagan. Mr. Hagan will talk about the importance of estate planning for everybody and the many ways to go about the process. Sean Hagan is a partner at the law firm Long, Hagan, Huff, Harris, and is also an instructor at Bunker Hill Community College, where he teaches legal research and writing. Visit the Kingston Public Library's website to register. For those who have experienced recent or profound loss, grief is a part of everyday life and a pain that never goes away. The world seems to go on around you, and it's easy to feel alone in your emotions. If you are experiencing these feelings, the Pembroke Council on Aging is here for you. Every other Wednesday from 10 to 11 a.m., join the COA for its grief support group with Roseanne Potter. As a retired public health nurse, a former hospice nurse, and a widow herself, Roseanne understands this difficult journey both professionally and through her own lived experience. Together, participants will explore how to find meaning through the stages of grief, offer support to one another, and, if comfortable, share your own personal journey. The next group takes place on March 23rd. For more information, call the Council at 781-294-8220. Here's Keith Hughes with an all-new Snapshot.
Welcome to Snapshot, where we take a local look at the government stories that you may have missed. A better bottle bill is currently working its way through the state legislature. Originally enacted in 1982, the main objective of the original bottle bill was to reduce litter and encourage the recycling of aluminum cans, making them redeemable for 5 cents. The legislation would increase the bottle deposit from 5 cents to 10 cents, add additional types of beverage containers that didn't exist when the original bill was created, and continue to encourage recycling to help keep our communities clean. The bill is currently waiting on a hearing in the Senate Ways and Means Committee. The Baker-Polito administration recently announced the launch of a $75 million small business grant program to support small businesses affected by the pandemic. The money is available through 2 different grant programs. The new applicant grant program is for businesses negatively affected by COVID-19 who have not received financial relief from the COVID-19 relief grant programs offered by the Massachusetts Growth Capital Corporation. The inclusive grant program focuses on businesses in markets predominantly consisting of socially and economically disadvantaged groups, those in underserved markets, and businesses owned by minorities, women, veterans, disabled individuals, or members of the LGBTQ+ community. Applications for both programs close on April 4th of 2022, and you can find out more information by visiting empoweringsmallbusinesses.org. The town of Plymouth recently received a 2022 Municipal Cybersecurity Awareness Grant for training 350 employees. This grant program helps local governments improve their cybersecurity through training, evaluations, and threat simulations. Managed by the Executive Office of Technology Services and Security, it will provide training for at least 60,000 municipal and school staff throughout the state. DESE recently announced recipients of their Accelerated Literacy Learning Grants, locally including the Silver Lake Regional District, which received $48,300, and the Rising Tide Charter School in Plymouth, which received $52,091. The funds for these grants will be used to equip schools and districts with high-quality core instructional material to promote literacy and accelerate learning. The Plymouth town election isn't until May 21st, but now is the time to consider running if you're interested. On the ballot will be positions for the Select Board, School Committee and Planning Board, Housing Authority, and 162 town meeting members. The deadline for incumbents running is March 25th, and April 2nd is the candidate nomination deadline. Find more information at plymouthma.gov on the town clerk's page under the Election Matters section. While there, you can also check the updated list of the 18 precinct locations and confirm your voting location. Thanks for watching this edition of Snapshot. I'm Keith Hughes, and we'll see you next time.
This spring, Plymouth Art on the Green will be back for its 3rd season, bringing visual art to downtown Plymouth. On Saturday, April 2nd, from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., the front lawn at Plymouth Town Hall will be transformed with the work of local artists in a variety of mediums, including ceramics, painting, sculpture, and more. You'll be able to meet and chat with the artists themselves, making the art you might bring home with you that much more personal. Support local artists and beautify your home. This event is free and open to the public. For more information, visit the Plymouth Art on the Green Eventbrite page. To us, the name Sandwich does not sound funny for a town because it's just 30 minutes south of here, and that makes the Winter Sandwich Flea Market happening on March 19th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. a convenient drive down the road a piece. Located at the Clark Haddad Post 188 American Legion on Main Street in Sandwich, this flea market will have over 25 vendors offering antiques, collectibles, art, jewelry, tools, toys, books, and more. This flea is free and open to the public. Visit the Sandwich Flea Market Facebook page to learn more. Located on Long Pond Road in Plymouth, Blake Planetarium is a state-of-the-art facility that immerses its audience with video and sound. It is the only 4K full-dome planetarium south of Boston, offering breathtaking views that will entertain, educate, and inspire. On March 18th from 7 to 8 p.m., Blake is featuring Sustaining Life, the Roles of Water and Ice. you'll embark on a journey of exploration that seeks extrasolar planets and conditions that could support life elsewhere in the universe in the first presented feature, called Oceans in Space. The second feature will take you to an ice floe in the middle of the Arctic Ocean in Into the Polar Night, where you'll watch and listen as scientists race the fading light to set up one of the most ambitious international climate collaborations ever, known as the Mosaic Expedition. For more information and to purchase tickets, visit the Blake Planetarium Facebook page. Kingston's True Repertory Theater's mission is to engage, inspire, entertain, and challenge audiences. In its next production, the theater does just that. Ellen's Boys, a play written by Braintree playwright Jim Sullivan, focuses on the Flahertys, a family living in a triple-decker home in Dorchester in 1965, and does all of those things. Follow the family through a year of upheaval, where no secrets are safe, no boundaries respected, and only their senses of humor and love for one another gets them through. The play is a celebration of family love and resilience. True Rep's community outreach program, Project 719, finds ways to support the community with every production. One of the central themes of Ellen's Boys is coming out, and True Rep is partnering with Shagley, the South Shore Alliance of gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender youth, as well as other organizations, to support the Pride community. Ellen's Boys will show at the Beale House on March 18th through the 20th and on March 25th through the 27th. You can purchase tickets online or at the door. For more information, visit True Rep's website or Facebook page. And visit the local scene on social media or our website at pactv.org/thelocalscene for more of what's good and good to know in our community. Thank you for watching this week's episode of Local Matters. From all of us at PACTV, have a safe and happy week. We will see you next time. Thank you for watching. We are grateful for your attention. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe to The Local Scene here and share everywhere. Thank you, friends.